Jarrett.
You also write that trying to figure out Jarrett's mysterious hold on the president and First Lady is a favorite guessing game in the parlors and dining rooms of Washington.
Yeah, so it's strange because what is her source of power? After all, she doesn't have any foreign
let's
policy
find out.
experience, but she attends
Tell
National
us.
Security Council meetings. She doesn't have any economic background, but she's often in the most important domestic
Maybe an affair?
meetings regarding the economy. No one gets to see the president without first going through Valerie Jarrett. So what is this power that she has? The only explanation I could come up with after all these interviews I did was that she has given the First Lady and the President the impression that she has their back, that she is protecting them from a hostile world, if you will, a world in which people could come to see the President and make proposals that would not be to his liking. So, for instance, as an example, when the President wanted to do a mandate requiring religious institutions to provide free medical care, health insurance for abortions and contraception, Bill Daley, the then Chief of Staff, brought Archbishop Dolan from New York, the Catholic Archbishop, who's now Cardinal Dolan, to speak to the President. When Valerie, because he was obviously opposed to this mandate as a Catholic, when Valerie Jarrett heard about it, she went ballistic because Bill Daley, the Chief of Staff, hadn't asked her permission to allow Dolan to see the President. So suddenly her power of control was challenged. It was at that point that Daley started to lose his power in the White House. And eventually he realized he couldn't get things done and he resigned.
What is or was Valerie Jarrett's relationship with Rahm Emanuel in the White House?
Not a good one. To this day, Rahm Emanuel does not have good things to say about Valerie Jarrett. Emanuel was opposed to the President, and this is not only my reporting, this is other people's reporting as well, the President going for broke on Obamacare. He thought he should do incremental steps first, small steps, popular steps that he could get Republican backing for. Valerie Jarrett and Michelle Obama were the two people who said, listen, Mr. President, actually Valerie calls him Barack, the only person in the White House other than Michelle who does. You were elected to be not just president, but to be a special president, a transformational president, a person who is going to change the direction and course of America. And you can't just do this piecemeal. You have to take the whole thing, go for the health care, the bill, to go down in history as the first
he's a loss because he's making up as he goes.
And he listened to Valerie and
He's
Michelle,
making
not
things
to Rahm
up
Emanuel.
as he
And this
goes.
was the beginning of
Qué tremendo este tipo,
erosion of power, because it was one of several examples in which the President listened to the ideology of Valerie Jarrett
Creando cosas que
rather than the
él mismo
pragmatic
no
advice
entiende,
of Rahm Emanuel.
ni
And
sabe.
ultimately, Rahm Emanuel was forced out of the White House by Michelle and Valerie Jarrett, and to this day he resents that.
Edward Klein, what are your politics? Are you a conservative?
I think I would describe myself as someone who is right of center. That makes me conservative, then I'm conservative.
Yeah,
I'm
of
certainly
course.
not a liberal. My training as a reporter is to let the facts speak for themselves. But I
You
do
liar.
have a sense that this country has been drifting in the wrong direction and that it ought to be
Well,
righted, if you will,
Probably
using that word right.
that
in both
explains
senses of the
Edward
word.
Klein
Have
position.
your politics changed over the years?
I think I've been a conservative,
There you go.
conservative leaning
There you go.
quite some time. I don't think they've
There you go.
any more
Now we know
conservative.
why you
On
speak
some
like that in
social
that
issues,
book.
I'm actually quite libertarian and liberal.